Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday morning, and I didn't end up grabbing the camera yesterday on Monday because I had a pretty busy day. Looking to get a new car for the family, and I just had a lot of work to do. But today's a more relaxed day. Starting to get consistent good weather in Ottawa. And by the way, if you hear that, that's my brakes that are... Those are my brakes that are completely fucked with this car, so I have to go check that out Friday. But yeah, as for the markets, BTC as of Sunday night broke out nicely, and it's been showing a lot of strength lately. I want to say over the last I want to say like 1 month, maybe 3-4 weeks. BTC has been holding up pretty well. Obviously, it led the dump in the market, and then risk assets tend to bottom before the market. So BTC looks amazing right now, and we finally broke out of our downtrend. That's been in a downtrend for about 3 months now since inauguration. So very positive to see that. The market should follow, although BTC was up like 2-3% yesterday and the market was down like 3%. But today we're finally seeing that follow through with the market, basically erasing yesterday's losses and Bitcoin continuing its strength. We need to regain 91K convincingly. Convincingly means that we close above it today on the daily candle. We close above it tomorrow as well, for confirmation of no fake out, and then from there full on bullish. Very confident that we'll have a new all-time high, and the markets will likely rally back to highs sometime this summer. So the reason why we're mooning today, I believe, is because Trump hasn't spoken yet. But now, for real though, I think the reason why the markets are rallying, from what we could see at yesterday's close, there was Nike, Adidas, Lululemon, a bunch of these companies that make their clothes in Vietnam, rallying off the lows and almost closing green, some of them. So relative strength to the market. And so that leads me to believe that somebody knows something, and Vietnam is likely the first country to make a deal with the United States, with Japan and India allegedly very close as well. Now, with China, we still haven't had constructive news. I heard that they might be talking, at least we're not seeing any retaliation back and forth anymore, so that's good. But yeah, it all depends on China. If the market wants to go back to highs, we need a deal with China. The rest of the countries, I don't want to say aren't important, but China and the EU are probably, and Japan, are probably the top 3. So I heard India is also close as well, so that's pretty good. Seeing a lot of positive news on that front. As for Bitcoin, alts are looking amazing. They've been holding up pretty well the last week or two. A lot of names like Doge, XRP, XLM, SHIB, HBAR, RNDR, FET, Tau, a lot of those coins, NPC, meme coin, WIF, Pepe, a lot of them look very good, and I do believe we'll have a nice summer rally. I think we'll finally get our alt season that we've been looking for, with USDT dominance dropping off a bearish divergence on the weekly this past week. So that should confirm us. That should confirm a moon for us, and we just need BTC dominance to drop as well, and then it's a full-blown rally. So things look good on that front, and the reason why I'm pretty confident now is because MSTR, as I've said in a previous video, MSTR is a leading indicator for Bitcoin. So MSTR held a even triple bottom for the last like month or two, and I think it's off the 240 spot. I don't remember exactly, but there's a triple bottom. You can see it on the MSTR daily chart. If you look in the past, I want to say, I think 2021, we had that similar thing with MSTR bottoming before Bitcoin, and MSTR usually tops before Bitcoin. So like we saw in the November rally, MSTR topped and failed to make a higher high, while Bitcoin was making higher highs in December, January. So that led to a major drop. But now MSTR with the bottom before Bitcoin, and Bitcoin basically holding a double bottom as well. With MSTR today following through and breaking out of an amazing chart, if you want to call it a falling wedge, a bull flag, whatever you want to call it, finally breaking out today and finally making its first higher high. So for technical analysis traders or just anyone that follows the market, you're seeing a major trend shift in something that's been in a downtrend, MSTR in that case, since November. So it's been in a downtrend for what, 5 months, 6 months now, and it's finally had its first higher high on the daily. So we broke 340. It's currently at like 347. So that leads me to believe that Bitcoin will likely maybe reject that 91k, drop back to like 88k, let's say, but then from there I think we rally back to 100k, and breaking 100k is a new all-time high on Bitcoin. So 109k and above that, I believe 120, and my ultimate target was 127 to 130, but I do believe we can extend to 145k to 150k if we get that full-blown alt season. So those are my targets and can happen relatively quick. We've got the Fed still talking about stepping into the markets if we do see treasuries still rallying. And I mean, treasuries have been stabilized for the last couple of days, but if no news comes on the tariff front, then you could probably see those blowing up pretty soon. We also have FOMC in 3 weeks, I think, the second week of May, I think. I don't expect a rate cut, although I do think they should cut, but we likely get a couple of rate cuts this summer. So I want to say June, and the next one is in July or August, whatever. So I do think we'll get probably 3 rate cuts this year to the summer. Inflation has been dropping, and the Fed's usually always late. I do believe they should be cutting right now with the inflation print. We had our first deflationary print since 2020 on the CPI, so that's encouraging. I understand the whole tariff situation. That could lead to some inflation, but if the tariff is going to weaken economic activity, then they should be cutting. 25 basis points won't really change much, so I do believe they should be cutting. It's not going to fuel inflation back up, is what I mean. I know it's very good for businesses. 25 basis points is amazing. So overall, on medium to higher time frames, I am bullish on the market at the moment. I do believe these tariff effects will likely affect the market later this year or sometime next year if they do stay in place, and we could get our stagflation, but stagflation takes time. We're not going to get it right now. It's likely a growth fear, and obviously I know we've dropped like 20-some% from the highs, but I do think we could V-shape back up, and it's similar to 2018 and 2020, and not like 2022 where we see a sustainable downtrend for months. So that's what I believe will happen. As for the dropshipping business, we're getting tariff news on dropshipping sometime next week, so I'm still talking to suppliers. There's still not much news on that front, but we're expecting costs to go up around 20 to 40%. So we're adjusting to that. And if we can hopefully get a deal with Vietnam, we could shift some of our factories there to avoid tariffs. But yeah, as for that front, dropshipping has been pretty affected by these tariffs, margins wise, but I think we'll be good. We'll just have to adjust and adjust pretty quickly. I think we'll be fine. But other than that, those are my updates for now. I'll probably have a charts video later this week, and I have some stuff in the pipeline that I'm going to be sharing very soon. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. I'm about to go hit a workout. If you guys have any comments, leave it in the comment section below. I'd love to answer any of your questions. If you could please leave a like, subscribe, it does help the channel out a lot, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. Peace.